Pluses. Alright guys, welcome back to game number 6 here in Team Arena Challenge between Mousesports and Team SlayerS. Now at the top, we do have a Zerg player. It's going to be Mouse Biggs. Don't know too much about this guy, but he is a Swedish, a Warcraft 3 pro, like you said before.
Swiss, actually.
Swiss.
Yes.
Yeah, excuse me, Swiss. So he's going to be playing against SlayerS Alicia, who has so far, I think, 2-0 so far, as he killed off not only Thorzane. Just Thorzane.
One player.
So he's 1-0. So
yep.
okay. He's got momentum on his
as
side.
a matter of fact. So, yeah, because Thorzane did go on a 3-kill spree there. But,
Killing spree.
We'll see what... or 2-kill spree. Man, let's see, I'm even... Yeah, got me messed up now.
Double kill.
Yes. Thorzane did kill 2 members of SlayerS before finally falling to Alicia. So, here we have it now in game number 6. And we are close air positions on Shattered Temple. This makes for not as dynamic... Or, I'm sorry, not as... stable macro games as cross positions does, but it does make for very dynamic games, I think.
That Overlord did actually pull away right there, but it doesn't really matter because Alicia knows that this map isn't the close spawn version, so he went ahead and sent his probe up to the top, and he's going to start to attack that drone right there and do a little bit of harassing, something that Zerg players don't like in the beginning of the game. Meanwhile, though, it does look like his... it looks like Biggs' Overlord is going to make its way over to the gateway and see that Alicia is going to go for a one-base play rather than Forge Fast Expand.
And you called it right there, as this map is... It has some of the same problems as Metalopolis, meaning that you usually don't Forge Fast Expand this area here. You start a pylon back behind your gas geysers and Forge Fast Expand to the Nexus from the bottom of the ramp. So looks like we are going to see a lot more conventional expansion out of Mr. Alicia.
And Biggs here is not going to get an expansion quite yet. He's actually, I guess that's 14 gas, 14 pull. I think that is 14 gas, 14 pull. We haven't seen a 14 gas, 14 pull opening against Protoss too often, but, you know, based on a Protoss player going for a one-base play rather than a Forge Fast Expand, it doesn't hurt to go for 14 gas, 14 pull.
And short
And he's getting the hatchery pretty quickly, too, at 18 supply.
Yes, that is. Short
supply.
stuff. Yeah, it was 17. Short stuff is being exceptionally annoying with his probe there darting in and out and doing a lot of damage to these drones, but I've got to say that Biggs has done a good job at mitigating that by pulling drones away to build buildings, putting them into gas, stuff like that. So his build is very clean so far.
Yeah, little things you can do as a Zerg player to prevent or mitigate the damage being done by the probes. And meanwhile, 2 Zerglings are now out on the field, so that probe is going to be pushed back. Alicia chrono boosting a Zealot and a Sentry. Now, I wonder where Alicia is going with this, because he made a Zealot. Okay, so he's made the Zealot to kind of wall off the front door. I wonder if he's going to go with like a 1-gate expand with Mass Sentry or a 3-gate expand, or if he's going to expand at all. Well, he's got 2 gas, so he's definitely going to have to get something with that gas.
Well, yeah, but I mean, it's the pretty conventional Sentry expand right now. I mean, if he builds the 3 sentries and expands behind it off of 1 gate, would not expect that to be anything out of the ordinary.
Yeah.
So he is saving up a lot of minerals right now.
It looks
that
like
will
it.
hit really nicely. And look at this! Oh, he saves the probe. Great control there out of Alicia. So both these players, they don't want that bar to go in any direction. So
that bar must stay neutral.
And it is a Swiss player we're talking about here. And
they are.
There was a pylon. Looks like he had just misplaced it. Now his probe is actually caught. There we go.
Huh.
Right,
okay.
So he had actually misplaced that pylon initially.
Yeah, so he's going to replace it down and now finally get the expand going down. Whoa, that's a lot of Zerglings. But he's not got a Roach Horn, nor is he mining more gas, so it doesn't lead me to believe that he's going to go for any kind of an all-in play. Yeah, rather, he's just using the Zerglings to deny the expansion. And with this many speed links, because speed just finished, mind you, I think that he's going to be able to break this expansion, Cats.
And let's see, here come the Zerglings now. Oh, and there's a Stargate coming up for Alicia, so it's going to really limit the amount of units he can put on the field right now. It looks like that Nexus is going to have to be canceled.
Yeah. I don't think he's going to be able to keep it alive, and he finally forces to cancel. I think Alicia, if he wanted to, he might be able to pick off a sentry or two as well. At the very least, he can delay this Nexus from going down for a very, very long time. And Alicia, oh so bold, is going to keep the Stargate coming rather than canceling it by seeing all those Zerglings.
And let's actually take a look at his vision. Excuse me, Biggs did actually see the Stargate coming up.
Oh, that's huge.
So it's no surprise.
Oh, he's going to get the cancel again!
doing lots of damage there, as a matter of fact.
Wow.
He's already killed 200 minerals and about 65 to 70 seconds of build time on that Nexus.
Yeah, it looks like this one gate expand with Mass Sentry just isn't working out against the Mass Speedling style of Biggs. And really, Biggs just very unorthodox going for all those Speedlings, but remember, he was droning up behind that, so he wasn't going all in. He just made about 15 or so Speedlings and just beautifully timed it out to deny the Nexus twice.
Yeah, definitely. And
he's
did get
coming
that
in
twice,
again.
and he's building a Roach Horn along with an Evolution Chamber right now. It's
just
going to be tough for him to get the third deny, but with the Roaches that are actually coming up behind this, who knows how much damage he can do. Look at this, so many Queens to defend. He's going pure Queen to defend against the Stargate right now, as he knows that a few of those units are making their way up, and he's just going to commit to Roaches.
I don't know if he's going to go into Roach production right away. I would imagine he's just getting Roaches for defense, and he's just going to tack up and drone up from here on out.
We'll find out, though. He's just built so many Queens.
Yeah, he's making Queens so he can kind of macro and also defend against the air, obviously.
Yeah,
like
but
you said before.
there's like the difference between producing Queens to macro and defend, and then producing 6 of them. So
whenever I feel like a Stargate is coming out, I don't have an adequate anti-air like a Lair or Spore Crawlers. I just make Mass Queens, man.
I really think that he's going to try and hit some sort of a strong 2 base. Could go up to 3 base here pretty soon. Well, I mean, we'll find out if he decides to take down the Destructible Rocks, but I don't know. Layer's going to come up, +1's going to be done here in a bit as well. He is going to have an extremely powerful Roach attack ready if he wants to.
We'll see. He's certainly using the Queens right now to spread that larva, or not spread the larva, but inject larva
creep,
and spread the creep. And you know, all those Queens, it's going to be really nice for defending against air. Right now, this has shut down the air play from Alicia. 5, 6 Queens, screw that. I'm not going to go any Void Razor or Phoenix. So yeah, those 3 Queens meeting the 3 Phoenix, and Alicia can't do a thing about that. So I think Alicia, I think Biggs is doing a great job right now, and Biggs is probably going to go for the 3rd and just continue to play a macro game from here on out.
And it looks like Alicia does deny the Lynx from being able to hit that 3rd as they try and run away, canceling those Fruit Tumors at just the last second there. What's up?
3 Queens, so funny.
We 3 Queens. And
they will defend the Zerglings, which are destroying the rocks, to get the gold.
All right, yes they will. As a matter of fact, we have Hydralisk Den coming up along with 11 Roaches and Roach speed at the moment, and Alicia just does not have that much on the ground to defend. 1 Zealot, 7 Sentries, and that's about all. Of course, that economy was denied for so long.
Yeah, so it looks like he is going to time that +1 weapons, like you said, Cats, with a Roach, possible Roach play right here. We'll see if he decides to bring those Roaches out. Of course, he doesn't have speed quite yet. Meanwhile, those Phoenixes are doing some damage in the drone line, finally warded away by those 3 Queens, which so far this game, I think have proved their worth. They've spreaded larva, they've prevented the Phoenix from doing damage, and they've secured the gold as well.
And Alicia, on the other hand, is trying to warp in as many units as possible, but 11 minutes into the game is only now putting up gateways 4, 5, and 6. So this entire build has been very, very delayed, and a robotics bay. So a 2-base, very strong Colossus push, but I've got to say I've been very impressed with the way Biggs has handled this game so far.
And Biggs is actually going into a Hydralisk Den right now, and he's got Grease Spines on the way, so it looks like he's going to try to hit a Roach Hydra timing push with +2 weapons here, so he's really going to wait it out. Doesn't want to lose that Overlord either, even using Transfuse because he's got so many Queens, why not?
Definitely.
But this is kind of risky for Biggs. He's got to get that Roach Hydra timing push in before the Colossus hits the field, and of course, Support Bay is about to finish.
All right, well, here comes Biggs, and oh, these units are trapped out in the open initially. And we'll see how many sentries go down here, as 2
sentry
have already fallen.
2 sentries.
That's actually the 3rd one. He picked off one right as he ran in as
well. He almost broke the front door.
Oh, he did depower 2 gates, though.
Yeah, that's actually pretty huge. He's going to depower the 2 gates, thereby making it more difficult for Alicia to eventually hold off the Hydras, which are coming. Remember, guys, Biggs has been timing this out for Roach Hydra with +2 weapons. This is going to be a huge timing push, but that Colossus is on the way as well. So I think Biggs has got this small window of opportunity to attack before that Colossus hits the field. About maybe 30 seconds.
Certainly, but you know what? He has stopped a 3rd base from Alicia for quite some time. So with that gold up, he'll be in a very good economic spot to macro out of this if that attack does fail.
Yeah, but these Hydras, I don't think any Zerg makes Hydras with the intention of just keeping them in the army for Colossus. I think he's going to definitely try to get in there.
Coming up as well.
Yeah, he's gonna try to get Spire for Corruptors to deal with the Colossus, but he's definitely going to want to hit something with those Hydras.
And looks like he may be moving to 4 base here in just a second. So we've kind of, all of a sudden, as the 3rd base for Alicia comes up, we've kind of all of a sudden went from 2-base aggression, that sort of thing, into massive macro mode as we have another 7 creep tumors spreading their way out. My God, he actually has so much creep spread at the moment.
Yeah, he's definitely want to spread that creep towards the Protoss side, so when he attacks, he can retreat with the Hydras if he needs to. But he is waiting for +2 weapons. +2 is about to finish. It looks like he's just holding his ground in the middle of the map right now, and that Colossus count is starting to build up. So yeah, finally he decides, okay, I definitely want to attack. There's only one Colossus. Let's see if he can make some damage happen. He's certainly going to want to make those Hydras cost effective.
And looks like he doesn't want to attack into that right now, just retreating back onto creep as he waits for his Spire to finish up. And now we, of course, have 3 base with the macro hatch, and he could go after a base here in the top left-hand corner pretty easily, as a little bit of damage done to those Phoenixes as they fly over the army. But let's see how many workers killed now. 5 workers killed for Alicia, which is not a lot given the fact that he did put up so many air units. We have 9 Corruptors now joining the field, and Biggs is really pushing ahead with his tech and macro.
Yeah, meanwhile, Alicia, I like how he's spreading creep tumors even throughout the little edges of the map. The advantages you get with 3 queens, so good. But meanwhile, Alicia has really been just sitting back, building off of 3 bases, trying to build a massive death ball. He's got a sizable army right now with 2 Colossus, but there's quite a few Corruptors on the field right now. And he is stepping forward on the creep very riskily. If Biggs wanted to, he could get a huge flank, and he might be able to take out those Colossus as well.
Yeah, and it looks like 16 more Roaches being added now. They are just finishing up kills that Void Ray with those +2 weapons so quickly. Unfortunately, these fresh creep tumors going right down, but there's that big army.
Oh, he's got a great setup right here as the Roaches come from the south, the Corruptors in the middle, and the Hydras in the north. The Corruptors are chasing down the Colossus now. Big should probably pull out. I don't know if he wants to attack in this little corridor, but at the very least, if he can pick off this final Colossus and then pull away, it might be worth it. But he gets a flank on the other side as well. Oh, the flank is beautiful, and he's gonna get up in there, and it looks like the corruption coming down from the Corruptors, and the Stalkers are being surrounded from all angles.
Yep, just 1 sentry left, and it went down, and now it's just a pure Stalker force at the moment, and that is being chased down by these Hydras and Roaches. The Roaches, of course, which are continually reinforcing.
Yeah, and any time a Zerg player wins out that big in a big engagement between the Death Ball and the Zerg army, Zerg's going to look really, really good. Right now, Alicia has lost his backbone. He's lost the Colossus. Even Queen's transfusing Hydras now to keep him.
Awesome.
Keep him at full HP. Yeah, I agree with you. And it looks like Biggs is going to attack now. Not much Alicia can do about this. He's got to get more Colossus out, but there's just too many Roaches and Hydras and even a lot of Corruptors here as well. And those Corruptors instantly zap that Colossus down. And it looks like Alicia is going to lose this game, man.
Oh, whoa! And then those 3 Phoenixes die at about the same time. And I think you are right. Double the supply now for Biggs. And there's the GG. Biggs knocks out Alicia, tying it up 3-3 as we move into game number 7.
He made that look easy, man.
Yeah, he really did.
And it all started with those 3 queens.
是上将